that made me feel even worse than what I did. My self-esteem was low. I had a hard time being a man. How was I going to be a fucking father? How was I even going to be a fucking father? You know, and I pushed through it, and I had another struggle going on. I was being a pussy. I should have been on stage the day after I got off fucking out of prison in February of 89. I should have fucking been on stage the next night. It was fucking February of 90, and I still wasn't on fucking stage. Who's the biggest pussy you know? Uncle Joey. Procrastinator? Uncle fucking Joey. I still wouldn't go on fucking stage. So I was in an unhappy marriage. I was not a good fucking father, even though I was a good father. I don't want you guys to get me wrong. I was changing diapers. I just felt not up to par. Like, I saw what other dads looked like, and I saw how they were acting, and I just failed. I was just a failure at it, you know. And to top it off, I wasn't living the life I wanted to, which is heavy. You know, one of the reasons Mike is here was his fucking hatred for his office job. He did not like it. He did not like it. When you're a musician and you're a free spirit, a day job is like a fucking suicide sentence. And I know. How? Because I fucking been there. I did 30 jobs I didn't want to do. I did them to pay the fucking rent or to snort coke or whatever fucking excuse I have. But I did all those fucking jobs just to get by. They weren't because I was in love with something. You don't know what life is till you love your fucking job. When you love your job and you're supposed to be there at 8 and you're getting there at 7:15, that's love. When you don't love your job, it's a death sentence and you're not living the life you live. And even if you go, you know what, I'm no fucking Jimmy Page. I'm never going to be in Led Zeppelin. You know what, that's okay. That's okay. There's a restaurant that loves when you come down with an acoustic guitar and you do a couple Beatles songs from 8 to 9. Whatever, I don't know. Help, I need somebody, help. Not just anybody, help. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I realized as a comic was that you didn't really have to go to L.A. I don't ever want you to feel like you had to go to L.A. You could be a comic, a musician, an artist, right in your little fucking pocket of the world. I could have stayed in Denver and been just as happy as I would have gone to L.A. or Seattle or whatever. I wouldn't have been the same comic. I probably wouldn't have had the same opportunities, but that would have still made me a comic. So when I was just unfucking happy. I just was not there as a married guy. It just didn't work out for me. Finally, in July, she did me the biggest favor of my life. She overheard me on the phone. She knew I was having a tough time. At the time, I had 2 fucking jobs. I was a roofing estimator. I basically went home, washed my pussy, and fucking went to the comedy club, the Wits End, to be a fucking doorman. And then I got promoted to a sound guy. Then I was a bar back. Then I was doing all 3 jobs by myself. And then I finally had the balls to get on stage. And then, you know, I mean, September of 91, I was so fucking unhappy. My ex-wife came to me. And she was like, listen, you got on stage. Because now I was even unhappier. I should have been fucking ecstatic that I got on stage, but there was a problem. I still had a fucking day job. And I tell you what, that was not a day job I hated. I never hated roofing estimating. It was easy. I enjoyed it. But it wasn't what I wanted to do till I was 65 and get a gold watch. That's not what I wanted to do. That was not, oh, he was a great roofer. Yeah, here's a gold watch. Thank you for your 38 years of service, you fucking malook. Thank you for making us $8 million with your knowledge, you fucking malook. You know, so I was like, that's not what I want to do. I want to fucking do stand-up fucking comedy. And man, I look at my marriage now, the first time, and it just wasn't. It was just like Pink Floyd says in Dogs. We were just roommates. We were just roommates. You know, I loved stand-up so fucking much at that time that I was really fucking upset. I loved my daughter. I loved stand-up. I did not like being married. I did not like answering to somebody. I just did not like my fucking life. But I also knew that my life wasn't miraculously going to change. It just doesn't miraculously change. It's like my life now, this past year. I've had to put in fucking work and journaling and writing and a therapist. I've had to put in fucking work. At that time, I didn't really fucking know what I was doing. I just knew I was not fucking happy. She even came to me one day, like in September, and she's like, listen, I think you should take a fucking trip. I think you need something. In that short period of time, I started stand-up. I signed up at Naropa Institute. I was treading on the idea of becoming a Buddhist. You know, I mean, I was fucked up, guys. Fucked up over this marriage. It was not fucking happiness for me. But I did not know how to get out of this. Her parents were really good to me. Her family was my family. And I was stuck. I was stuck and didn't even know it. I was like those people on the island, naked and afraid. You ever see those people that fucking, it's bad enough being afraid, now you're naked. That's a real fucking barn burner. Now people got to see my fucking COVID toe. I don't need that aggravation in my life. So when I walked in that fucking October 15th, and she came to me and she's like, hey, I'm not happy. This is not working. I had a euphoric fucking surge go through my body. I was like, really? You cut me out of this prison sentence? Because it was a fucking prison sentence as far as I'm concerned. And I'll tell you what, when she packed up her fucking bags and walked out of that door, I got to be honest with you guys, I was the happiest fucking man to walk the fucking earth. I loved her to a degree, and I cared for her. I wasn't crazy about her. I could live with that. I didn't like being with somebody that I wasn't totally heads over heels over. I didn't feel adequate as a father, even though I stuck it out with her for 4 years, 6, 7, 8 years after that, trying to be a father. I just knew one thing when that marriage ended, that I was not doing this again. I was not doing this to myself. I was not going to do this to another woman. This was never happening again. You want to fuck? You want to snort some coke? You want me to eat your pussy? I'm in. But I'm not getting in no monogamous situations or anything. That was how I felt in 1995. That was exactly how I felt when I summarized my marriage and what had happened since 1985.